Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to the 72nd episode of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. All right, before we get started, if you enjoy this episode, please share it with someone, just one person. It feels so good to add value. And hopefully, if you like it, then your friends will like it as well. And don't forget to scroll down and subscribe and give us a 5-star rating because it helps a lot. And it kind of makes my day when I see it. All right, now, have you been feeling stuck lately? Is that something you're feeling or have felt? Maybe you feel like you're doing the same thing day in and day out, wishing something exciting would happen. Has life become so routine that you wish something would happen, even if it's kind of bad, just to give you a different pace or some new drama to talk about? Not wishing bad on anyone, just wanting something to change. Maybe you feel too comfortable. You feel like a rat in a wheel. You wonder if life is going to get better. You feel stuck in a life that isn't making you feel alive. Okay, I'm going to stop. But does that sound like something you feel? There's one thing I want you to consider before I continue on with that line of thought. There's a question I want you to think about first. Are you really stuck, or is it simply the way you're perceiving your life right now? Thinking you should be further along than you are because maybe you're comparing yourself to other people that really don't have your unique life goals. Maybe you're watching people on social media that are in the same age group and you think, my life pales in comparison to theirs. But are you taking that into consideration when you label yourself as feeling stuck? Seeing someone else's highlight reel and saying your life kind of sucks in comparison isn't being fair to yourself. Someone else may be looking at your life and wishing they were where you are. Have you ever watched a preview of a comedy show, for instance? And the preview was just hilarious the whole way through. So you're like, I have to watch this. Only to realize that the funny parts were basically in the preview. Sometimes that's the case for life on social media as well. Not always, but often. So take a good look at where you are in life and cut yourself a little slack for starters. Only you know if you're playing full out or if you're taking the comfortable path every single day. And if that's the case, we're going to talk about that. So we have to be real with ourselves first, though. Because maybe you really are stuck and you've done nothing about changing it. Well, then this episode is for you, and this is your wake-up call. And because it's easy to fall into comfort and try to convince yourself that you're happy where you are and say, well, I'm too young, I don't have the experience, or I'm too old to do anything new. How about my brain doesn't work like it used to? Or you just gain weight as you get older. Well, there are thousands of statements like this, but like I always say, I'm not going to depress us by continuing along that line of thought. More than likely, you know the statements you say to yourself and others that in your mind kind of excuse you from making positive changes, from living that wildly successful life you thought you'd be living right now. It's easy to get in a groove or a rut and stay there because getting out of it would cause discomfort. Well, I believe we should be doing something every week, if not every day, that causes us some sort of discomfort. If you're not doing anything that challenges you or causes you a little discomfort here and there, you probably have stopped growing, and more than likely you do feel stuck, but you aren't really sure why. Albert Einstein has a saying that I love, and I remind myself of this regularly. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Really think about that. He's a genius, but we already knew that, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. How many times have you wished something would change, but you continue to do the same thing you've always done? I know I've done it. Sometimes we've created these habits that have become so routine that we're comfortable. They can be good or they can be bad. They could be good, like working out, but maybe you're working out in the exact same way every day and wanting different results. Switch it up a little bit. Could be that you're eating a certain way continuously and you want your body to change. Or maybe you want your taste buds to all of a sudden just not want that food anymore. Well, or what about with your job? You want a different job, but you do just enough to get by. Or you haven't let your managers know, hey, I'm ready for a promotion. My husband was a cadet officer in the Air Force. He was very qualified and very good at his current job. And one day his buddy said, hey, you need to go tell the commander that you're the guy for that position he's filling. Now, this position happened to be the top job at his level. So he went and found the commander and he told him, hey, I'm the guy. I'm your guy for this. His commander said, I'm so glad you came and told me that. It's about time. I've been waiting for you to step up. He wouldn't have gotten that job had he not asked for it, even though he was qualified. They weren't going to come find him. Sometimes those opportunities are there and you have to go get them. Wayne Gretzky says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. What opportunities could you be leaving on the table right now? Now, it may be uncomfortable for you to go ask or to do something new, but comfort is the enemy of success. Brain studies are showing that in order for most people to feel truly alive, and I know this is true for me, they need to be challenging themselves in some way. In fact, most wildly successful, happy people do just that. They're constantly growing, constantly playing. When's the last time you did something just for the fun of it? I mean, showing your kids, hey, playtime isn't just for you. You want to play too. How can you challenge yourself in a new way? What is a new thing you can learn this week? And remember, it does not matter how old you are. I mean, if you're in your 20s and 30s, the habits you're creating now can either make it easy or hard for you to live a healthy, financially stable, relatively stress-free life. Sometimes people say, oh, I'm young, I have time. Well, but the habits you're creating right now are the ones you're probably going to continue unless you make some major life changes. If you're in your 40s, you may feel like time is flying and you do feel stuck. Maybe you want and need a change. Sometimes this is a great time to start a new challenge. Maybe take a class. Do something that challenges you and gives you something to look forward to. What could that be? I mean, maybe a health and fitness goal or a degree, another degree, learning a new language, starting a new hobby. I mean, you encourage your kids to be challenged. Maybe you challenge them to take karate. Why not take it with them? That sounds like fun to me. 50s and 60s, it would be nice if you were selling into retirement, but reality is that isn't the case for most Americans. I mean, so what can you do that makes you enjoy life while you're still working? What can you do that would make you wake up excited for the day? What challenge? If you're 70 or older, this is a time when younger people could really benefit from you. Start a blog or write a book. Your experience is so valuable. And look, where you are is okay. This is a new day and nothing is wrong. This might be your wake-up call for what you're looking for. I mean, I write every single morning in my journal that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and everything is working out in my favor. Even sometimes when bad things happen, when they're going wrong, I ask myself, what is this teaching me? What am I learning here? Sometimes that's hard, but Kobe Bryant said that winning is exciting, but so is losing, because you grow from losing. You get better from losing. You learn from losing. So my challenge to you this week, ask yourself if your habits have become so routine that you're comfortable and maybe you do feel a little stuck. Ask yourself what you're going to do this week that's outside your comfort zone. Maybe something you haven't felt qualified to do, but still yearn to do it. Schedule that. Whatever it is, schedule it on your day planner. Tim Ferriss says one of the most common qualities of really successful people is they often move forward on things they don't feel qualified to do. I love that statement because great things happen when you step out of your comfort zone. So in this challenge, get comfortable feeling a little uncomfortable. And I bet you start feeling alive and those feeling stuck thoughts will be history. All right, don't forget to scroll down, click subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and also, I love to hear from you guys, so send me an email at heidi@heididawson.com. Let me know how this helped, and I'll send you a free PDF. It's a really, really fun tool just to give you a little better insight on your life. I love you guys, and I will talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.